I can read this title up here, man. His girl cheated at a YoungBoy concert. That's some of y'all's worst fear. Some of y'all ain't buy y'all girl no ticket because you knew this was gonna happen, bro. She getting her ass took.
On Jack TV. If you guys have not already checked out Elijah's episode, make sure you guys do that right now because this will be a big spoiler alert if you don't. Before we get into this podcast, here's a quick recap. Welcome back to another episode on Jack TV. Today we're helping Elijah place his girlfriend Ashley on a loyalty test.
Now it's like every time she go outside, bro, she mute me from her story. There's no contact. I don't really hear from her for the night. And, you know, I don't really rock with that, you know. I brought it up to her a few times. It don't go nowhere.
She muted you from the story? What you mean you brought it up? It wouldn't even be no bringing it up. It's over with. It's over. She personally muted you so you can't see it. That is not your girl.
Combative, like, I'm the one tripping. You feel me?
Okay, cool.
So.
Tonight, the loyalty test goes down in the middle of a live YoungBoy concert surrounded by noise, energy, and temptation.
I mean, if his girlfriend is gonna cheat, bro, this is the perfect opportunity for her to cheat. I'm not saying I want her to cheat. I'm just saying, like, if he thinks she's out and about and she don't know how to conduct herself, she'll cheat if she get the opportunity, bro.
Chris will be playing the decoy in tonight's test. He'll be flirting, applying pressure, and shooting a shot to help Elijah uncover what's really been going on.
Man, you know, do your thing, bro. She's going, she's going.
Tell me what sex baby doing.
Will Ashley pass this test, or will she let her guard down and let Chris in? Let's find out now on Jack TV. The Nashawn episode unfolded totally different, and I kind of just wanted to air that out just to show y'all how things can go wrong. So what is your perspective on that little whole situation?
It's really like when you're doing it, it's all in the moment. So you're expecting, like, if you watch it all the time and you never did it before, you're gonna think like 90% they probably gonna fail. So you're looking forward to the fail because like, now this is my time to get her to fail. But when that happened and she didn't forward, it was like, now we have to improv. So now I'm respecting the process and seeing like how we have to maneuver around it to see like, because ultimately we're trying to help somebody figure out if their person is with them or against them. You feel me? So now we in the process of like, do we keep going forward to prove that she's against you or do we let it rock?
Yeah,
So
you don't need to prove it no more. It's
a
over
learning
with.
process, quick.
You
and then I
fucking
see
off.
the back end of it as from being a former viewer watching it, previous episodes, you know what I'm saying? So now I see like, it ain't always a crash out. It ain't
Get your
always
protein, man.
Oh, you got caught, da-da-da. It might not always be a long episode. It's gonna be like,
It'd be the slightest thing that just changed the dynamic of the whole
some
episode.
girls really not, you know what I'm saying?
But do you feel like if you got that one-on-one with her,
Yeah, for sure.
what makes you feel like that?
Just I could tell. I don't know. I look at how people interact, how they talking. Like when me and him was talking, she was looking at me a lot. You know what I'm saying? She was giving into my conversation. And then when I was proposing, like, oh, I pay for everything. I get the chef, get this. You know what I'm saying? It's on me. I'm not tripping.
She was turned. It's like she went in the kitchen, had a conversation with her friend or whatever. It felt like she was like fucking with the vibes or whatever. I thought like she was going smooth. I feel like it just something between them two. Like she got irritated and it threw her whole vibe off. I felt like she maybe felt controlled when he was like, stay, or whatever the case was. But I definitely feel like when she went in there and chopped it up with her homie after looking over the footage, she had good things to say about you. So,
So it definitely could have, if she got by herself and her friend was there or whatever the case may be, like,
She would have
I
been
could have definitely
going.
programmed a certain way just off the strength of knowing how she was acting. But definitely is some like what they got going on. Maybe like the fact that he was just even trying to tell her like, no, you need to stay. She's probably like, what? They probably have a whole different program. So she might have thought he was doing like acting different or something. So like the way that it unfolded, it was just definitely confusing for a second. But kudos to what y'all got going on because it was hard to rephrase that. Like,
I just let it rock. I was like, because I knew for a fact, even if like we brought the girl back in the crib,
it
would have felt like, okay, he doing too much because she's just like checked out mentally. So I just ain't even want to do it. But we can't ignore the fact that she actually left. So it's like we can say like maybe she would have went if she stayed, but the action of her actually leaving kind of makes her, you know what I'm saying?
If in the air, like, did she pass? Did she fail? Like,
or whatever. But I can't help but wonder how this would have played out if everything went as planned, because before all of this, I actually looked her up on Cheetah Buster AI, and sure enough, she was active on dating apps as recently as June and July. That alone is a red flag.
Oh my God. That man got an app where he could catch if your girl is on dating apps. Nah, that's different. Y'all need this. Y'all need this. I don't need this. Y'all need this though.
Home mini loyalty test straight from your phone. Check out the link in the description.
Technically, I look good.
Yeah, but we gotta definitely bring you back, bro. Hey, you on another episode and run the decoy, whatever. See if you know what I'm saying, you 0 for 1 right now.
Yeah, 0 for 1.
You know, you here, I do music. I'm a writer for a few artists. And, you know, I just been putting my foot in the door with certain people and being in certain rooms. And, you know, I just want to know if I can trust my girl in these type of, you know, scenarios in these areas. You know, if I'm not in the room and she left by herself, how is she conducting herself? You feel me?
How are you actually processing everything now that time has passed?
Honestly, bro, in my opinion, I feel, you know, like relieved. I feel good, you know? There's a lot of stress that came with that situation, a lot of overthinking, a lot of anxiety, and just knowing, like, who you could trust, you know, just how I mentioned about being in those rooms with people, but just good that I finally, you know, got
Man,
that
you
off my
know you
shoulders
can't
and I'm
trust her in
just, you
them
know,
rooms,
focused.
bro. Stop it.
I'm just, you know,
If
I ain't
you
even
even
tripping
gotta
on
go
nobody
through
right
all
now,
this,
and I'm
you
just,
know.
you know, I'm in my lane right
You
now.
know.
Okay, do you feel like the loyalty test in itself brought you enough clarity?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Exactly what I needed. You know?
Yeah,
Did
you
exactly what I
seem
needed.
like very like calm and poised, like an individual.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, why would I trip, you know? She gonna
Right.
choose what she want to choose. I can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I can't force somebody to, you know, be with me. What I'm going to do, crash out?
I feel like y'all need to, you know, get you an Uber, you know, preferably to bro. You know, you got his number. He'd probably take care of you tonight, but yeah, I'm gonna go in the crib.
I gotta go get my shit.
I really want you to get it tomorrow, but
No.
you go ahead and grab a little bit of your shit, then we can leave.
Let's go, come on.
I don't think she can go in. She needs to stay outside since she want a bold-faced lie. I appreciate you so much, bro.
Sure, bro.
Thank you, man. You can wait. Hold on. I'm not trying to cause a scene. No, this is the crib. Just wait outside for me, please. I gotta handle this for her.
Like, I say this for any dude, you know, in any relationship. If you see something you don't like, and, you know, you got to bring it up multiple times and it seems like it's a problem, and she not for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, just let that
So
go.
like before the test, did you like what was those conversations? We didn't go into too much of depth or anything, but like how was those conversations like when you having these gut feelings, like but you gotta maneuver with her, you gotta be around her, y'all in each other's space.
Honestly, it's like bringing it up to her, and I'm trying to like make sure I don't know how to put it. Like I'm trying to like make sure I'm like there for her needs. Like make sure like I'm not, you know, trying to be there for her, you know, her work, and not try to look like I'm crashing out or like
Or just make the situation
yeah,
uncomfortable.
make it worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hear her out, you know, and just trying to be understanding. You know?
That shit exhausting having
It
to do that,
is,
though.
yeah,
Because you
like,
kind of like putting your feelings and your emotions on the back burner to you feel
Comment for
me?
hers.
Exactly. So
You
know,
ain't feel like, what about before? Do you ain't feel crazy like even trying to do it? Like, what that feeling feel like?
doing what
Like going through with the test, like
it felt crazy, but I went into it like, you know, I'm gonna get exactly what I need at the end of it. You know, like if she don't end up,
I'm
you
allergic
know,
to this simp
messing
ass
with bro,
nigga.
then you know that's good on my end. You know,
Yo,
we can
bitch
go from there.
fucking,
But
man.
if she do, then you know we still gonna go from there. We live. You know, we keep going.
I feel like doing this for as long as I've been doing it, a lot of people feel like if they got to go to this extent, then why do it?
That's very true.
What
That's
was
what
your
I'm
thought
saying.
process when it come to that?
Cause you know, it's just like, dude, you know, being in love, you know, having somebody you with, you don't want to see it just go. You know, as much as you want to be cool about it, you don't just, you know, want to just. It's easier said than done. You feel me?
Right.
So you know,
Nation, if you was to put yourself in his shoes, would you have gone through with a test like this if you felt the way about a female?
me personally, like if it comes to a gut feeling, I don't. It's embarrassing because if she doesn't fail, I'm gonna feel like a goofy. Because like, how do you maneuver after that? After
Exactly.
How did you prepare yourself for that? Because it's a possibility that she didn't fail.
you know, how does this shit? I took a L. I mean, yeah, you be
Did you
wilding.
think about that before though? Like
Definitely, I'm just if she would have passed, it just would have been like you been wilding. What do you expect? I don't know. Like
I feel like that gives them more ground to be like to flip the script on something. Like,
definitely do.
oh, that must mean you doing something. I feel like just because the platform's so big,
Yeah,
that
that's
probably makes
true.
it worse.
It could, but you know, I know who I am. I know I ain't doing nothing. And she knew the type of dude I was and the type of timing I was on. I do kind of feel like a little bit of regret of like going through this length of having to do this, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know,
Right.
If she would have passed, I would have took that. I would have looked a little goofy, whatever. And however she wanted to move with it after, is you know how we would have moved. I would have been, you know, it was cool.
So from a viewer perspective, like, what do you think they misunderstand mostly about situations like this?
What do they?
Like reading those comments and just basically like putting yourself back in the viewer perspective because you was once a viewer. What do you think they misunderstand?
I think they like it. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff is easier said than done. Like you know, a lot of people in the comments,
It is,
oh,
though.
if your
I ain't
girl
gonna
doing
lie.
this, then
I ain't gonna lie to you.
If
It
your
is.
girl going to an NBA
But
YoungBoy
you
concert by
wildin'.
herself, then I'm not with her. Like it's not. It ain't that easy. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause people be putting up with some stuff. I know
Yeah.
some homies
Yeah.
put up with stuff way worse than that.
It's easier to watch this shit and be like, I would have reacted this way, or this your thought process, but they forget the investment and the time and energy that you spent that'll make you go through jumping these hoops to do shit like this. So I just feel like that's the main like misunderstanding, and it's funny as fuck to just see the comments of people saying like, I wouldn't have did this or whatever the case is.
Comments
Just
be crazy. The comment sections be crazy.
yeah, it be
Like, I don't even
crazy.
know.
Exactly.
Cause you probably would have crashed out on camera for real before
feel
the
me?
thing even started.
Before the test, what did
Before
you
the
think that
test.
was true, and what shifted when you actually saw the
Hey,
reality?
you would have killed the
What I
whole
thought-
house. Stop it. You would have. Your wife would be dead, and you would have committed suicide. It would have been a murder suicide.
What was
in there.
true is that she would be a little friendly just based off of the job that she does. It requires her to, you know, be a little bit more outgoing.
Mhm.
You know, like be in people's face. I saw some comments they was talking about if somebody. It was funny. They was like, if somebody was in my ear, if somebody was in my ear like that in NBA,
At a concert?
YoungBoy, I would be
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
You know, I felt that way too. I'm like, I don't know. I would have been annoyed too, but you know, I feel like I gave her the benefit of the doubt, like low key, maybe like you know, that's the job she had, you know, as a bottle girl and like getting into that. I feel like sometimes you got to put that fake smile on your face. You got to, you know,
Right.
some of those girls be going through the worst, and then they got to go to work and you
Right.
know, act jolly as hell, you know.
So if she would have conducted herself the same exact way, other than giving her the number, that would have been a pass in your eyes.
Kinda. I don't like the touching. I don't like all the touching. And then honestly, if she would have just told me the truth, I bet then I would have definitely moved a different way, and I could have seen it as a
Because
pass.
she has like when you were posting and
Pass.
confirming.
What? Hell no. Who raised, bro? There's no pass for giving your number out. I don't care if we in public, you nervous, you just want him to get away from you. None of that. None of that.
her towards the end, could she have told you everything that would have happened and was being honest? Would you still?
I
feel
love
like,
honesty. Just be honest with me.
and you
know
would
what I'm
you feel
saying?
like you could see yourself still there?
Not still there. I mean, you know, it would've-
honesty though.
That'd be the hard part to like
No.
dealing with like them type of girls in them lanes.
Yeah.
Cause it's like a different. If you actually talking to somebody in that lane, you have to give them a different level of
Exactly.
like boundary. Because sometimes in that lane, like a number might not be that bad, but to a regular person, that's like end all be all. But in them bottle
Exactly.
girl lanes, it's like that it messes with you OD.
do,
Because
it do.
like, she really might not be doing it. She's just doing her job, but it's her job really like respecting me in the long run. Like everybody gonna think you a goofy but you. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, how do you reconcile loving someone?
Why are you even dating a bottle girl in the first fucking place, dog? It's just some things you gotta know. It's just some things you just got to know, man.
And knowing that their values might not align with yours, because obviously she was your girl. I'm pretty sure still feelings there being that it's fresh. So how do you deal with that?
Honestly, you know, I've dealt with this stuff before. It's kind of like now it's just like, it's just be disappointing. And I just be like, damn, you know, like, I've been through the crashing out, the crying, the staying at her crib, seeing somebody come through her window and all of that.
He wasn't playing around.
So you got your you got your heart broke before, basically.
For sure.
That'll put the battery in somebody back who already went
Through
through
her
those challenges in their
window?
life, like getting their heart broke to where they
The
so
hell?
poised in a moment like this, to where you would test somebody because you just move different. I don't know if you got your heart broke, but that shit is totally different to where you kind of just chalk that shit up to like, all right, it's
resource.
whatever. I did my part.
You know what I'm saying?
I loved you, but you'll move on as if she thinks you never fuck with her. So how do you like cope with it? Cause you do music and shit. Like
I definitely wrote a few songs about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
he went to
Nah.
you wrote some songs about this shit?
Definitely had to put that down. I feel like, you know, sometimes like when moments like this happen and you are a musician,
I don't give a fuck what I create. I'm not making no song about my girl cheating. That's crazy. I could make a fake song like about somebody else, but no. Why would you even get that attention, bro? That's sick.
it's like you hate it, but you like it's a blessing at the same time because
Right.
it give you something to talk about. It give you
Word,
something to
some
like
pain.
put out. You know what I'm saying? It's an actual feeling.
For
So
sure.
it make your music more real. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you can really speak about a true, real experience that you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like some of your best work.
Exactly.
For sure. So, bro, you owe me a mic.
Okay.
Cause you ran out with the mic. Where the
Damn.
mic at?
I can't even tell you, brother.
Nah, bullshit. You can keep it. But
We'll get you a new one.
I've been seeing a lot of comments of them asking me like, did I get the mic back or whatever? I kind of don't care.
I did. You know what's crazy? I did when I was like, okay, we gotta go.
Yeah.
God, I took that bitch.
So
My
when
bad.
the cameras cut off, you know what I'm saying? We still had a little bit of your conversation. I kind of kept it in there, but I didn't want to keep the whole thing because your mic was still recording. But kind of like how did you navigate that situation after everything hit the fan and the cameras cut off?
Honestly, we just went in the crib and I'm just I honestly told her like, I'm gonna go to bed right now, you know, go to sleep because you know I've been in relationships where you react first before thinking, and it don't be nothing good come from that. You say some stuff you regret, you do something you regret. So I just went to bed. I woke up in the morning, made some food, sat down, and we talked. And I'm just like, you know, no hard feelings or nothing.
Man, you let her stay the night, folks. You tripping. You all way tripping.
Like I understand you, but it's just certain things that I've been putting up with that I can't keep going for. So you know, it's just
What is y'all living situation? Like, do y'all still stay together or?
Packed her up.
I ain't pack her up, but you know, I
You show grace.
yeah, you know, because
That's not awkward?
it's stuff that's going on. It's behind the scenes, but you know, I got somewhere else I'm at. I'm just working, doing my music. I'm just, you know, we gonna figure all of that out. I don't just ever just want to put somebody out and they ain't got nowhere to go and they just
For sure.
tripping
Damn,
like
now
that.
he done exposed her. Oh, you done fucked up bad right there. You done fucked up bad right there. Hold on. Nah, you just exposed her. That's
So
crazy.
being that, you know what I'm saying, you got your own situation of
She
y'all
about to
living
be
together or
spiteful, boy.
whatever
It's
that look like,
coming.
what boundaries have you set, like being that you already went through with the test?
Honestly, bro, I just don't be home.
Man, he added that little sneak diss in. It's over for him. It's over for him.